house. And she says, thine handmaid hath not anything in the house save a pot of oil. Then he said, go borrow the vessels abroad of all thy neighbors, and empty vessels, borrow not a few. And when thou art come in, thou shalt shut the door upon thee and upon thy sons, and shalt pour out into all those vessels, and thou shalt set aside that which is full. So she went from him, and shut the door upon her and upon her sons, who brought the vessels to her. And she poured out. And it came to pass, when the vessels were full, that she said unto her sons, bring ye yet a vessel. And he said unto her, there is not a vessel more, and the oil is stayed. Then she came and told the man of God, and he said, go sell the oil and pay thy debt and live, thou and thy children the rest. I will restore to you the years that the locusts have eaten. That was from Joel. John, I know that even now, whatsoever thou wilt ask of God, God will give it thee. Your turn.
Okay, thanks. Science and health. The Israelites centered their thoughts on the material in their attempted worship of the spiritual. To them, matter was substance, and spirit was shadow. They thought to worship spirit from a material standpoint, but this was impossible. As God is substance and man is the divine, image and likeness, man should wish for and in reality has only the substance of good, the substance of spirit, not matter. The belief that man has any other substance or mind is not spiritual and breaks the first commandment. Thou shalt have one God, one mind. God is not influenced by man. The divine ear is not an auditory nerve. It is the all-hearing and all-knowing mind, to whom each need of man is always known and by whom it will be supplied.
The Bible, Malachi, bring ye all the tithes into the storehouse, that there may be meat in my house. And prove me now herewith, saith the Lord of hosts, if I will not open you the windows of heaven and pour you out a blessing, that there shall not be room enough to receive it. Matthew, therefore I say unto you, take no thought for your life what ye shall eat or what ye shall drink, nor yet for your body what ye shall put on. Is not the life more than the meat, and the body than the raiment? But seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you. And Jesus went forth and saw a great multitude, and was moved with compassion toward them, and he healed their sick. And when the evening was evening, his disciples came to him, saying, this is a desert place, and the time is now past. Send the multitude away, that they may go into the village, and buy themselves victuals. But Jesus saith unto them, they need not depart, give ye them to eat. And they say unto him, we have here but 5 loaves and 2 fishes. He said, bring them hither to me. And he commanded the multitude to sit down on the grass. And he took the 5 loaves and the 2 fishes, and looking up to heaven, he blessed and brake and gave the loaves to his disciples, and the disciples to the multitude. And they did all eat, and were full, and took up the fragments that remained, 12 baskets full. And they that had eaten were about 5,000 men, beside women and children. Your turn.
Thanks. Science and health. In divine science, man is sustained by God, the divine principle of being. The earth, at God's command, brings forth food for man's use. Knowing this, Jesus once said, take no thought for your life, what ye shall eat or what ye shall drink, presuming not on the prerogative of his creative, but recognizing God, the Father and Mother of all, as able to feed and clothe man as he doth the lilies. In the scientific relation of God to man, we find that whatever blesses, one blesses all, as Jesus showed with loaves and the fishes, spirit, not matter, being the source of supply.
Psalms. He sent his word and healed them and delivered them from their destruction. Luke. And Jesus returned in the power of the Spirit unto Galilee, and went out through all his fame throughout all the region round about. And they were all amazed, and he spake unto them, saying, What a word is this! For with authority and power he commandeth the unclean spirit, and they come out. Now when the sun was setting, all they that had any sick with divers diseases brought them unto him, and he laid his hands on every one of them, and healed them. 3 John. Beloved, I wish above all things that thou mayest prosper, and be in health, even as thy soul prospereth. 2 Corinthians. Now he that ministereth seed to the sower, both minister bread for your food, and multiply your seed sown, and the increase and the fruits of your righteousness, being enriched in everything, and all bountifulness, which causeth us through us thanksgiving to God. Your turn.
Thanks. Science and health. Divine love always has met and always will meet every human need. It is not well to imagine that Jesus demonstrated the divine power to heal only for a select number or for a limited period of time, since to all mankind, in every hour, divine love supplies all good. All that we term sin, sickness, and death is a mortal belief. We define matter as error because it is the opposite of life, substance, and intelligence. Matter, with its mortality, cannot be substantial if spirit is substantial and eternal. Which ought to be substance to us? The erring, changing, and dying, the mutable and mortal, or the unerring, immutable, and immortal? Immortal mind feeds the body with supernal freshness and fairness, supplying it with beautiful images of thought and destroying the woes of sense, which each day brings to a nearer tune.
Let us close this healing service with the song Prosperity 2, and let's begin with the music.